part 2 of our Dwarf Fortress tutorial series. We have our I think we're pretty much set, right? So we've got a stable fortress, right? Food and drink should not be worried about anymore. We've got our butcher out there doing his things. We are growing things now. We'll have to grow the farm plots, of course, in time. And in addition to making that work well, we can also say that Generic is the only person going to be doing the planting. Because he's good at it and he's proficient at it. The better the planter, the more likely you're gonna get more seeds back. And it's a small farm plot, so it's gonna be more optimal to have the planter doing the planting job. So like default, everyone does it, but he will do it. So that's food set up. We got drink set up. We've got we don't have to worry about that anymore. We need to worry about now. Getting supplies. We got the traders coming in very soon, so we'll make sure we get something we can trade goods set up. We will make sure we get a military set up. We'll make sure we get a doctor. Yes, good call. And try to figure out what we're gonna farm, what kind of animal we're gonna farm, because we need to get we need an animal fat supply. We need meat and all that kind of stuff as well. You know. So. Let's continue this one. And the jeweler has just been made. So I'm going to tell him. I was pausing so I would get this done before this popped up. So we're going to go ahead and get my jeweler to start cranking out as many cut gems as he can, because cut gems are a very good moneymaker as well. We'll get our broker set up and all that kind of stuff. So this is going to be like probably noble day. We'll deal with getting all our noble set up and military and that kind of stuff. So, although it is a grim reminder of the winter hardships to come, the supply caravan from the distinct road, my people, is a welcome sign. Their eyes are alight with the anticipation of inspecting the splendid products of your industrious crafts dwarves. They're going to be surprised. Take careful stock of your own stores. What the merchants offer might very well be the difference between a prosperous future and a slow, meaningless death. All right, so before they show up, I do want to go ahead and get some things done here with the jeweler. So I'm going to go to the workshop, and I'm going to tell them to cut some gems. I'm just going to cut gems and just cut lots of gems. I don't know, 50 gems or whatever. I'm also going to tell them to manually do it, because if I manually do it, that order is already put in. If I go to the workshop, that means that Big Dog, my manager, has to go to his office, check his notes, go down to the jeweler and tell them, hey, make some gems. And it takes a little bit of time. So we're gonna go ahead and let that happen. We're not gonna get a lot of them made, but we'll get a few made, and they'll come in and they'll trade with us. The other thing we got to do, Trade Depot is here, but we also need to get some nobles set up. So we're gonna start with a couple of these. Let's go ahead and get the broker done. Broker is the fellow who talks to these guys and makes the deals. You know, so you want someone who knows how to appraise is a good one, and that's really that one's really the one that matters for the broker. So I think Burns is going to be the one doing that. He's going to mine rocks all day, but until we tell him to go, hey, look at them gems and tell me if it's worth anything. So that's his job, is to go deal with the traders and know the value of things. The bookkeeper. This is the person that's going to go around and keep my notes. You may see these numbers are abouts, and we want them to be more exact. And so Joe here, Generic, is going to go and do that. He's going to want an office, so we'll get him an office. The medical dwarf. I don't have anyone with medical dwarf skills, so we just know not to give it to Allie or Tom because they're in the military. But we can give it to someone who's not doing much, which I guess is going to be Scold. I suppose Scold can do it. If we get a migrant wave that has someone who knows how to be a doctor, we'll put them in for the doctor's job. But for now, we'll just do that. No one's hurt yet, so that's fine. The other ones were fine. We'll leave it all empty. No big deal. We just got to get an office for Joe, and that's pretty much it. So we'll go ahead and set that up right now. My standard office right there. We need a table and chairs for that office, so I'm going to make sure we get those put in. And I'll just put them in here. We need one table, one chair. And eventually, when they get a little bit fancier, they'll want a little bit nicer offices with like bookcases and things. But right now, it's fine. So the folks have arrived at the place. We get a little diplomacy pop up. Big Dog meets old Olin there. He's aware of us. Hello, Olin. Much to share. They'll give us news about the world, what's going on, and we can, if there's something that we want, we can ask them for it. So, like, you know what? I'd like some wood. So if you got some wood, please bring it. They're going to charge me a little more for it, but they will actually bring it. So let's turn those on. So next year, when they come back in the autumn, we'll have, maybe they'll bring some wood. At a higher price, of course. But we need it. They want figurines. And they'll offer double price for figurines. Which, you know what? We can do that. But, we can do that. Anyway, let's go ahead and we'll hold off a minute. We'll go talk to him in just a second. I'm hoping these gems get cranked out a little quicker. And then we can make a little bit of money, you know. We can see if he's done anything in here. We got some rough rubies. Oh, we have some cut pipe opals, some briolet opals. So he's doing his job, or she is. And we're gonna sell those things and hopefully buy a couple things from them. Do you know, do you know if by requesting less types of items, the next caravan will bring a greater quantity of those you did request? You know what? I very rarely request items. So I don't know if it changes anything. If they bring less of other things, you mean, because they're bringing that? I don't know. I so rarely request things from them because I don't even... Usually, by the time a year has gone by, then, like, I'm long past needing whatever it was. Because we could just break in the caverns and we can get some wood. Or maybe the elves or the humans will come by and they'll have wood. So, it's not normally an issue. But we're going to go move some goods over here and try to sell some things. Hopefully, we made some gems. Cut gems. We got a couple. And you can see the price, it's not exact. But whenever he gets better at appraising things, then he'll get a better number there. But that's some money. We could sell our mugs. Mugs are also a pretty good way of making some cash. They made a lot of mugs, didn't they? We'll sell some mugs. I did learn in that stream, I couldn't remember which way this went. So like minus is, so nothing by it is of no value. This is an ordinary mug. And then the minus is a decent mug, and it goes up from there. The plus, and then the asterisk, and then I think the next one is the 3 lines, and then the star, and then the sun is the top. That's a masterwork mug. So the masterwork ones, you don't really want to get rid of the masterwork ones. Makes dwarves sad. Also, having these nice mugs around, we could get rid of the junk ones, because they like drinking with nice stuff. Dwarves like seeing new things. They like seeing nice things. We'll put statues around. We'll engrave the walls later on, so they'll have some nice stuff to look at. More lines, more better. Yeah, exactly. I couldn't have said it better myself. More lines, more better. We can also sell the cut gems. Like, we could just dump some rubies on them and make some money. I think that might be enough, though. We can always come back to this. But we'll haul that stuff over. You'll see the dwarves grab the stuff and bring it out. And we request Burns to come over here and do some talking. Rock salt mug sounds like a disgusting prospect. Yeah, it certainly is a unique way of making a mug. I'm going to have to go. I want one now. All right, so what do you guys have? You probably don't have any wood. You never have any wood. So I'm going to dump all this stuff on you, which is worth $2,300. And I want from you, you got some green glass, huh? Oh, you do have wood. Well, give me that. Hey, all right. That's enough. That's 8 more beds. Perfect. We're only using that for beds. Cages. I don't really care about any of this stuff. We could pick up a little bit of food if we feel like we're having troubles with food. These are all milk. A posture check. Okay. I think those are all milk, weren't they? Those are all drinks. Yeah, beer and milk. We could buy a weapon from them. We've got weapons. We don't have any good armor, so we could maybe buy a round of stuff to suit someone up. Like this iron mail shirt is actually not a bad deal. I'll take one of them. We'll get our clothing industry set up here in a minute. There's some, if you ever, I don't usually bring anything other than plump helmets, because here in the first season, we can buy a whole bunch of sweet pods if we need, so it's not really a big deal. I will, however, spend my money on getting some cloth, and that's $500. Was that $500? That's $300. Most importantly, I'm going to get some leather. I want lots of leather. Okay, there's a couple boxes of it. So that's something. We're still getting a profit of $1,700. We want to give a little bit of a profit to them, because the higher the profit they have, the more likely they're going to come back. They're going to come back anyway because there are dwarves. I mean, I guess we could make them real mad and they wouldn't. But Could buy some plum helmets to kind of to buffer our food supply a little bit, or not our food supply. Sorry, our drink supply. We don't need blueberries or anything. We don't no outdoor farming here. If there's anything that like we don't have that we could use, like if we're worried about a fey mood coming in, like bones or thread or yarn, it might be kind of a good idea to kind of collect up, especially early on, just to get so you don't have you don't want to get in a situation where you don't have what the guy wants. We could buy a keyboard, huh? I'll buy a keyboard. Yeah. Is that a key? Is that a full keyboard? Or is that that's a keyboard part? I don't remember actually. We'll buy it. We'll buy a couple of those. Let's go. And then with the rest of our money, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go and you know what we could buy. We do have low on food. Let's just buy a little bit of food. Yeah, we'll stock up on a little bit of food just to make sure we kind of buffer ourselves. We'll buy the cheaper stuff. Some rat kidneys, you know, some alpaca livers, you know, something delicious. And with my last bit of money, I am going to grab... I'll grab some boots. And I'll grab a couple things of boots. I'll grab a hat. It's a good steel hat. And what else? We got that shirt there already. We could like, this is metal stuff. It's gonna be kind of hard for us to make. So, you know, the hard stuff we'll make. We'll take the I don't want that. Silver bat. No. That's probably good. And we'll take a toy. I like a toy. And sure, a rope. Okay, that should be good. So we will trade. He says we need more stuff. He does not happy with this arrangement. All right, fine. I won't take the toy then, I guess. Ah. Well. Let's leave behind. It was an expensive toy, wasn't it? I'm going to leave behind the cloth bin. We're making pigtails. We'll have cloth, no problem. Leather I'm going to keep. I'll take some of this food away. There we go. We're in the green now. Okay, there we go. Now we're good. Now he's pleased. I bet they are. All right. So now we got a little bit of food back up. There we go. And hopefully we'll be all right. So honey badger getting fought by skull. That's just a hunting going on. So we'll get more food with that. We'll have some tasty honey badger brains. But now that this is in here, we're gonna make sure this is an office and set that up to be an office for our bookkeeper, generic here. And you'll see these numbers here in a minute. As soon as he goes in there and sits, there's a rock in the... Oh, I don't have a table there. Or a chair. As soon as he goes in there and sits and does his office work, checks his notes, those will be more exact. There you go. There you go. He did the numbers. All right. Now, I'm most excited about is the beds. We can make 8 beds. So, beds it is. 8 beds, please. And with those 8 beds, let's make some bedrooms. Shall we? I should point out, I'm making this all in 1 Z levels for the sake of it's easier to see things, I think. But it is actually better to go up and down because it doesn't matter whether you go left or right or up and down. It's the same distance for a dwarf. So, using those Z levels is a good idea. That's what I'm trying to say. This is office row. Let's do like a row here. And we'll put in bedroom land. So I'm gonna do bedrooms. I like my 2x2 bedrooms. So we got door spot. Oops. I don't like that. So I've got I just can't do it. We'll do like that. You know, I could have been one more and it would have been all right. I just kind of messed everything up, didn't I? Only one more. So 2x2. So we can in that bedroom we can put a bed, we can put a bookcase, we can put a chest, and the dwarves will be happy. So it's not much. What we can do is I think I'm gonna leave this as a dormitory because we'll have kind of a backup. So if we get too many dwarves, we got a place to stash them. Yeah, they didn't have any books. I like buying books and building libraries. That encourages folks to come to your fortress. And I think it's all based on, it used to be based on like your traded, how much you traded away. I think it's all based on like your wealth of your fortress now. Whether people come to you and having artifacts and buying that kind of stuff and having, libraries and temples and things. That's a big thing now. I think is where most of that comes in. I got this barracks and it's just empty and I should really use it. So let's go to the the stoneworker shop and add in a couple of, oh here, I'm going to put a work order in. We'll do a work order of bookcases, not bookcases, sorry, cabinets. We'll do 10 of those and I want to do 10 more coffers and I think I'm happy with that. I'm going to do a couple of statues though. I'll put like 6 statues in. I'll make this a little nicer. And then we can also, so if anyone's sitting around doing nothing, we're going to go ahead and engrave these walls right here. Play the dwarves, not engrave, but smooth them out so the dwarves can look at it and say, hey, that's nice looking. I like this place. I'm happy. That's what we want. It's off by 1, isn't it? All right, that's 3 there, and that's 4 there. Here we go. Did I just override that? I think I did. There we go. All right, beds have been made. Excellent. So when those get made, when those get dug out, we'll fix that up. Some bones out there, which we could use certainly for. Looks like somebody got a honey badger. Plenty of seeds, which aren't in here. Are they? Oh, you know what? Seeds are probably in here. Let me change that. Customize this stockpile. I want it to not have seeds either. Oh, it doesn't have seeds. This one has seeds. Yeah. I'll take the seeds out of there. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. That way the seeds will get put in here instead. Also, this one probably has it too. No, it doesn't. That's just drink. So they'll get moved out of... I'm guessing they're in here. In this... Yeah. Well... I don't know where all my seeds are. Wherever they are, they'll hopefully get moved over there. Okay, the merchants are taking off. Farewell, merchants. Nice doing business with you. And look at all them cut gems we got now. Nice. I could trade with them some more, but I don't have anything else that I need. Main goal today was to get bedrooms in and to get nobles done, which we've got that set up, but we need to get my barracks done. And they're making, we got a statue there. We got some cabinets. So let's go set those up inside here. We'll put in we need a cabinet. And most importantly, like an armor stand and a weapon rack, which is what I meant to do, and I forgot about it. So armor stand, weapon rack. That's what we want inside there. Okay, they have taken off, and sitting there with a rock, huh? Ooh, migrants came in. All right. Let me see if we have a doctor. A doctor migrant would be great. Also, this is a good time. I was waiting for that so we could do some fiddling with the military. Here they come. Nice. Got a mule out there. Any grass growing down here yet? No. If it will or not. I don't know what I'm going to do with these animals. We may just eat them all. I don't really need them around, but sometimes they come in, they bring stuff, like they brought a goat with them. We got a donkey and a mule. We'll throw them up there. I'm just hanging on to them because if someone comes in and wants to have a fey mood, we're going to need to have something, like, we'll need like an animal to slaughter for bones or something. I do need to figure out what I'm going to do about a doctor, though. So while we're smoothing that out and getting these guys to come in here, which we've got just a few more, let's go ahead and get a doctor's office set up first. I'm going to put it up over here. We'll put the doctor across the hall like that. And we'll do a door there and a door there, just for synchronicity. Or some other police song. And we'll put some beds in there. We need beds, and we need tables, and we need beds, chests, and traction benches is what we need up here. And traction benches require a mechanic shop, so let's get a mechanic shop put in. Normally bring pigs to embark for this. They don't need grazing, and you can just make them. Yeah, pigs are good. Pigs are really good for underground stuff. There's the seeds in there now. Yeah, pigs are great. I like using cats, which I know it's heinous, but they reproduce real fast. They serve the purpose of keeping the rodents out of the food stockpiles, and they make a good soap. Just as good as anything else. They make bones. They make leather. So they kind of cover all our bases. The statues are done. I'm gonna go ahead and put them into the main room here. Make people happy. So we'll put a statue, we'll put one there, and we'll put one... I built it this way so we can put statues, like, here, so that as they come upstairs to go to the bedrooms, they're going to walk by statues every day and come down. They'll see them there. I may put some on this... Well, I can't put that. That's the main hallway. They can walk around, but we'll leave that open. Wheelbarrows. Yeah, wheelbarrows are pretty handy. I haven't made any yet, but... on your stockpile, I think it's in here, how many wheelbarrows are used for each one, and it makes a huge difference. You'll watch someone that carriers are walk around and walking real slow, but if they use a wheelbarrow, it goes real fast. And it's always good to have a couple on hand, which you can make them out of wood. I don't think there's any way of making them without wood, right? That is a carpenter shop thing only. I do not have that luxury this time. Are the animals worth a lot to trade away? I don't know. I'm not sure if they're worth much. They're probably worth more as leather and bones and whatever than anything else. We got a rock salt statue of donkeys. Who's this? This is a statue of Easem. We have one of Easem as well. Easem likes statues of themselves. This is of Ubel, the silver of wealth. The deity of wealth is depicted by as a female dwarf in rock salt by Thultig. Ubel, the silver of wealth, is laboring. Oh, all right. My bedrooms are done. Let's go ahead and get some beds in here. Beds are made. We're going to throw them in and tuck them in the corner here. I need to get some doors for all these as well. So put the beds in there. We need to get some doors made. I'm going to go ahead and do a work order of some doors. 10 doors to close them up. And we'll get our cabinets and all that stuff up there as well. You'll notice your rooms will be filled with clothes because dwarves like to throw the socks and whatever off anywhere. But if most especially in their rooms, you'll see clothes just laying around. So it gives them a place to put their stuff. And we'll put some doors in. I got no doors. And we'll mark these all as bedrooms here in a minute. And they can be shared, so if there's like a couple, they'll share a bed. But otherwise, they can use the dormitory whenever they don't have a free bed. Now, the new dwarves that just came in. Let's take a look at them. And if you want to be a dwarf, go ahead and yell at me, and I'll get you in here. I'm going to grab some of you regulars. Also, so I'm getting excited. We got a blacksmith here of Masterlith with an extra A in it, with a capital A. Draven, we'll get you in there, and we'll get let's get Gwillem in there. Did I spell that right? It's Gwillem with a Y in the get him in the right spot. Let's see. Okay. Nipsey Hussle. And I got... Is that it? Oh, I got one more. I'm gonna get Tarok in here. Tarok the gym cutter, who's gonna have a very busy job. Alright, there's everybody. So, let's do some military. I've got 2 dwarves. I don't really know what they're doing at the moment. They're learning, they're training. But we see if anyone else has any skill. It looks like Masterlith with a blacksmith is competent. We'll put him in there. We'll get... everyone's competent with a sword and mace? We have so many good fighters. How'd that happen? I don't need that many. I wonder if I should take Ali out. Maybe I should take Tom out. I'm gonna put Gwillem in as my leader of this place. I'm gonna switch it out. Yeah, Willem's my new militia commander, and then we'll set in. I guess Tom is a competent swordsdwarf now, so Tom's got some training. We'll put Tom in there, but not as a leader. And then we'll put Draven as number 5 there. I also want to check on the medical dwarf. Nobody has any skills with medicine. So much for that. So now we got 5. 5 is a nice sturdy number. We need to get some gear and all that kind of stuff for him. So let's worry about that. This job is done. Okay, good. So, food and drink are set up. We got seeds. All that's done with. We can actually probably grow this just a smidgen. Real quick. I'm going to throw it in like there. Just for Scold. Just so we can have an extra row of it. And we'll just do more plump helmets. Just to make sure we stay on top of that. Which I think this is probably big enough. You don't need a big farm. Especially if you got a good planter in there. You don't need a giant farm. That is... As soon as that's done... It'll be done in a second. We'll get that set up that way. Military is there, but they don't have any uniforms. Like right now, we can go look at their equipment, and they don't have anything. Willem's got a little bit. Got himself that shirt and the hat that we bought. He got himself a copper spear. Other than that, everyone's got basically nothing. A couple of boots or so. If it's yellow, they've got it claimed. If it's green, they're actually wearing it. And so we need to make a lot of things. Now, we could do it with... We can make leather, or we can just make metal. And metal's a whole operation, and I think we're going to go and do that. So, I'm going to start off by getting my mechanic set up. And let's do our metal works. I'm going to set it up as like we're going to take this whole area here, I think, because we need to get our forge. Let's keep it a little more centralized. Or we could go downstairs. You know, that seems like a downstairs kind of thing. Let's go downstairs. I know I said I was going to keep things kind of on one level, but bear with me here. We'll do the same sort of thing. We'll kind of dig it out a bit. And then we'll have like a hallway here. And then we'll have forge land. And in there we'll put in our furnaces and our forges and all that kind of stuff. Now, we have an issue with coal. We can't burn trees and make coal, but we can yank this lignite out of the walls. So we're gonna come over here and we're gonna say, I don't really want to tear into my fortress. Maybe we can find some down here we can tear into. Or, better idea. Let's dig out this way a little bit, and we'll set in a stairwell here. And we'll go down a couple levels and start digging out there. And we'll use that as sort of our mining land. Sometimes my dwarves have a spouse or kids which aren't part of my fortress. Any way to get them to join me? You mean like you click on Harley here and you look at your relations and like they're here but they're not actually in the fortress? Is that what you mean? There's no way of affecting that. Nipsey here's a new one. So like your mom and your dad live somewhere else, and your aunts and uncles, they all live somewhere else. Is that what you mean? And there's the folks that actually live in the fortress. Yeah, there's no way of affecting that. You have a sister. Did I see you have a daughter? Yeah, you do. You have a daughter, Moldath here, but there's no way really of affecting that. They may show up, but it's not what you can do about it. Okay, at the mechanic shop, I want to make a couple of things. We're going to set up a rock mechanism setup, and I'm going to put in a couple different ways we can do this. I got it 10. We can change this. What I always do is I always do 10, and then like if there's less than whatever, you make some more. You can also do it where it's like once a season, they make 10 mechanisms. That's one way you can do it, you know. Or you just do one-time order. I'm going to set it up like I normally do here, though, and say if there's less than 2 of them, then I want you to make 6 more. So we'll have some mechanisms hanging around. And then we'll put some rocks in there for that stockpile there. I like to keep stockpiles nearby so they can have easy access to some rocks. Okay, the army is training. We should get them their racks. We need military weapon rack. We'll set at the front there, and we'll get them their armor stands. Like that. Tables being one, tables are one-seaters, right. As much as I really want to make my tables look like this, like a table or a chair on both sides and a table in the middle, doesn't work that way. One table, one seat. Or whichever way. This is probably not the most ideal way of making your place. But, yeah. In fact, you know what? Let's do a little readjusting. Do I have more tables and chairs hanging around? I'm going to make a few more, and then we'll do a big readjust with my place. I want you to make me 10 more tables and chairs. And we'll redesign our dining room here. Lots of doors are in there. Let's go ahead and get this fixed up here. And get my door set in. Once these doors are in, we'll do the magic trick. We'll get everything all set up. Cabinets. It's such a colorful fort. I love it. The pinks and the blues. And then with the beds, man. Yeah. I think I'll have like a U up here and maybe a U down here. That might be what I do. I think. I'm not sure if I want the tables on the inside or on the outside. I'm not sure. I'd spend more time trying to fiddle with dining rooms than anything else. It's kind of small though. Could certainly go a little bigger. Maybe bump it out a bit. In fact, yeah, let's do that. Do that, and then it was straight, and I made it crooked, didn't I? 1, 2. No, it's wait. What's different about this? So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I guess it's it's right. Wait. I cannot see the difference. But something is different. I don't know what it is. Oh, because I've got 2 tables. Okay, I see what it is. Okay, I see what it is. Because I've got 5 here, not 6. Little redesign, redesign in time. Let's go see if we found something good. We're still working on it. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put the things in now. This is kind of dependent on us getting something that can burn. So we'll go to furnaces here, and we're going to set up a wood furnace first. Does that even matter? Maybe not. Let me get... I think we just need a smelter. Normally we take a wood furnace, we take the wood and turn it into coal. We're going to need something to turn... How are we going to make ash? We're gonna need to find some wood eventually and make a little bit of ash, so we can get our soap production set up. Man, having no wood has added an extra challenge here, isn't it? So with this fella, we can go and where is it here? Yeah, from bituminous coal, or make coke from lignite. Or it does require fuel, so we're going to need Do we need a furnace a wood furnace first, don't we? In order to get the coal going. Yeah, we're gonna have to get some wood. Or break into the caverns, which that might be that's the easiest solution, probably what we should do. We'll go ahead and get everything set up though, so we can have it ready. Get the wood furnace in. And we'll get the I'm gonna leave a little gap there. So we put stockpiles in. We'll get a wood furnace, we'll leave it over. We'll put like a 2-space gap. And then we'll put in the metalsmith will go in here also. Magma. Trying to avoid magma. We'll save that for later on. Some magnetite down there. And yeah, I think we're gonna hit. Well, I think we'll go downstairs. That's probably what we're gonna have to do today. We'll visit some caverns. Because if we don't, we're gonna have no wood and no metal. So now all these bedrooms have wood, or so have doors and beds and chests and all that. So we're gonna go ahead and make them all a bedroom. We're gonna multi-paint. There we go. We got 8 bedrooms. Done. Okay. 8 bedrooms. Excellent. So everyone should be a little bit happier. Everyone is leaning on the happy side. This is supposed to be a doctor's office, so we'll go ahead and get that set up. I don't have any soap. We can still make it without soap. We do need a bed for that, though, don't we? So we'll get a bed in there eventually. Eventually. Let's smooth this out. And we'll do some rearranging. Oh, you know what that's... Oh, let's put some flooring down, don't we? That's dirt. We can't have dirt floors in our tavern. That's outrageous. Statues give diminishing returns in the same room. I don't think so. It's just whether when they walk by it and they look at it. It only really, like, as far as, like, whether it's valuable is not necessarily here, but when you're in, like, a temple or something and it actually has the value listed out, that's where it is a bigger deal. Here, all I'm doing is it's just making it to where when the dwarves walk by, they look at it and they're happy about it. That's all I'm going for with this one. That's all they're needed for here. I do need to get the... Let's see. We'll get this set up in a minute. But we don't have any wood, so we can't make ash, we can't make charcoal. We need charcoal to get the smelter running, to get this... make coke from bituminous stuff. Or lignite, which we have lignite, but we don't have the charcoal. I think we just need like 1 piece just to get it up and running. And so that's we need to get some wood before we can do that. We may get some traders. I haven't looked at the world map here. So let's take a look. We are right down here. And I didn't see who was actually in range of us when I picked this. I'm assuming that, yeah, we got a tower down there who hates us. And we've got a tower up here who hates us. Dwarven tower over there. We are friends with everyone. We're friends with the elves to the west. We are friends with the elves to the north. This is the Red Gulf. This is the Eternal Cat. We're friends. We're allied with allied with everyone. Woo. Hey, a Zesty raid. Thanks, Blue Zest. Thanks for the raid. Yeah, we're allied with the cats. We're allied with the humans. We're allied with the Red Gulf. We're allied with everyone. It'll be a very peaceful day here. And there's a few more folks we don't really know anything about. And there's 2 towers though. There's also the Dark Goblin pits of the Midnight of Locking we don't like. So we may get a visit from them as well. So I'm not worry too much about raids or sieges or anything. More migrants have arrived, sir. Thanks again, Blue Zest. Can I get a shout out for old Blue Zest and the Zesty folks on over there? All right, so let me, we'll do a little more smooth in here. Smooth that out. I do have a lot of stone hanging around. Let's go and put in, I know what we're going to do. Let's get a floor. And we're going to select this one. We want to start making we want some rock salt floors. Oh, you know what? Let's do some blocks. That's a good start. We'll go over here to the stoneworker shop. So a rock gives us 1 thing. But a block, we get 4 blocks for every one we get 4 blocks for every 1 rock. So we should make some blocks. And we're going to tell them just make a whole lot of blocks. Did we get shout out in there? There we go. Thanks again, Blue-Zest. Dwarf Fortress. Blocks are apparently better for rooms now because you can engrave them. You can engrave everything, I think. Can't you? I don't think there's a limit on what you... I think you can engrave everything. I am going to start taking these down. I think we can do it this way. We can also do it this way, right? Maybe not. You know what? We'll do it the old-fashioned way. We're going to come in here and remove these fellas. We're going to redesign. We're redesigning the tavern. So, you raiders, you're in for a treat. It's time for a redesign. I'll give a little tour here of the place in a minute. But let's tear these apart. Something like that. And that. And that. Get out of the way, dog. People might get cranky here in a minute, but it'll be alright. Move those, and we'll move those chests as well. Just a nice redesign of the tavern. Hopefully we don't get attacked while this is happening, because that would be a real problem. Another thing we should also do, we should look at, is getting a bridge for the front here, because some things can come in here and break these doors. Some things can't. So we should get something that can keep it to where they don't break those. Gold block plated pyramids. That's style. That's what that is. Okay, let's remove these chairs. And while this is all cleared out, we should get to work on our blocks. So let me go and do. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm gonna remove these doors as well. It's a little bit of a redesign. We're gonna remove the doors. I didn't mean to change the name of the place. Okay, and we're gonna put a bridge right where that is. So let's do construction. We're going to get a bridge, and we're going to set it in raising this way. We went raising and closing up. I'm going to select material, and I want it to go like right there. We'll just do that. We're going to make it out of... I think we got to make it out of rock salt. We got to have a pink bridge. Blue's pretty cool. We got to go pink, though. We'll make that bridge. We've got some mechanism now, so we can get a lever, so we can close that thing up. We'll get a lever placed in here, and we're gonna make some walls there as well. These blocks coming along. Harley, get to work. Lots of tables, and we'll set this place up. Real nice, like. Maybe we'll do. I don't know. I'd never figure out how to make my taverns like I want them. I'm going to go ahead and get the lever placed down because we're going to be needing it in a second. So we're going to go to machines and make a lever. I'll put it here in the tavern, I think. Let's put it up here. Right there. That's going to be connected to our bridge. So we can close the bridge up. And maybe we'll put some doors here also, so we can lock if it's real necessary. But just something to have, something to close up, because some things can come in and break my doors down. But this way we can close this fella up. What are advantages or disadvantages of having a long or short world history? Mostly it's all into just how, that's really it. How much history do you want in the world? Like, we're what, 200-something years in here? And so with that, on the world, you're going to have a lot more fighting, a lot more places like ruins and things. You'll also probably end up having more towers and monsters destroying things. It seems like the undead seem to take over on long forts and goblins for sure. And really, there's nothing beneficial about it as far as like gameplay wise. It's just how much history do you want? It's really the only question. I'm going to go place... We'll start with this one. How much do we have? We got 4 blocks. We need 32. We're going to wait. When we get more blocks, we'll floor this whole place down with pink. Maybe we'll put some designs in here just to make it look nice. You know, he's got the idea with rainbows over there. Bridge is done. Let's go ahead and connect it up. Let's go to the old lever and link it to this bridge. And I'm going to go put some mechanisms into it so it will be connected. And then I think we're going to go and get... Let's do a little bit of road paving done. We'll make it out of... Use that bauxite there. Do I have a log? I have a log hanging around? Where'd that come from? Oh, well. I'm going to go to wood furnace and make a piece of charcoal. And then with that piece of charcoal, I think what we can do... Let's go put the charcoal in right there. And I'm going to say I want this to be custom. I want it to be a bar and block. And I want it to be only coal in there. Just like that. So it'll go right there. Hello, woo-woo. If you go too long, there may be no dwarves left, and you can have issues with trading and growing. Yeah, I think that's fun though. If you end up with no dwarves left in the world, that just adds excitement in. So now we can make some coke from lignite because we got something to get this thing running. So let's go do that. And I believe we'll see how this works. I'm not used to playing without having any wood in the world. So, or in my fortress anyway. Can we keep doing that? Can we take that and then keep cranking that stuff out? Needs rough gems. Okay, so now we got a whole bunch of coke laying around, and we can go and make more. And just now it's a process that's going to keep on going. We'll have plenty of this stuff. I'm going to set this up as a work order, and this is one of those ones where we can do it. Where like I think we should always have probably 10 around, but if it gets below 5, then oops, can't type here, fat finger in it. Then we will always have some coal hanging about. If that makes sense. I'll expand the stockpile just a bit to take up this spot there. So now we'll have coal. So now we have coal. We can take that coal over to another smelter, and we'll make some more. We'll make some iron and things. And we'll get some stuff made. So we got the coal. So he's making the coal, and then we're gonna go and get weapons and armor and stuff. And in fact, I just do it here. So let me set up a new task. I'm gonna do it just one at a time. I'm gonna say we got plenty of hematite laying around. Tetrahedrite's gonna make us silver, which silver makes a very good warhammer. And I think most importantly right now is going to make some weapons. So let's smelt some hematite. Do it as much as you can. And let's set up a spot across the way where you can throw all your junk. All them bars and blocks and metal and all that is going to go right over here. Just trying to save some walking distance. And that ends, thank you, Skull, our part 2. But we can't end yet because we have to end with a dad joke. So... what did the urologist do when he couldn't go to the urology convention? He watched the live stream.